Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Pros and Cons, and we need to talk about Tembo, the badass elephant. So, after a little bit of research here and after a little bit of playing, I noticed there was something wrong about this file. Basically, the people at Sony, sorry, not Sony, nope, no defamation suit. The people over at Sega released a demo to the kind people who purchased and pre-ordered the game on Steam. But it's enough to give a first impression, I believe. So let's go through it real quick. Welcome to the storyless mode of Tembo the Elephant. We are walking through what looks like a forest with giant signs that tell us what to do. Serves as a tutorial, tells us what we can do. We can run and jump and charge and butt slam. All very sweet little animations. Oh, and we get hit if we charge too fast. So that's my first kind of little gripe about this. We'll go through the gripes first, and then we'll talk about what we really like about the game. Oh, and we went the wrong way. So, you have this great sense of speed here throughout the whole thing, and you can kind of run through it. But then you get to these sections where you have to walk, and it kind of throws you off a little bit. So speed, 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 walk. Speed, 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 walk. Walk, 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 walk. And the walking is kind of dumpy and kind of elephanty, which is fine, But from the people who made Sonic and the people who made all the Pokemon games, you don't really get much of either one of those things in this package. Now, a lot of people say that this is kind of a throwback to the SNES days of video games, where you know, you kind of have your titular character and only a limited number of moves, and he also has a sidekick, which is kind of cute. But you know, there's a weird kind of pace here, and it's like, is it supposed to be a fast game? Is it supposed to be a slow game? And then here's another portion where we have to slow down and use our trunk, which is, you know, a cool puzzle element. However, and we can kind of direct it how we want it. But at the same time, like I said, it kind of throws off the pace of this super fast kind of running game. So what's it trying to be? Is it trying to be a runner? Is it trying to be a puzzler? Is it trying to be a platformer? I don't know. I'm not saying I don't like it. It actually does those things pretty well. And I kind of want you to kind of take a look at this dialogue here, because we're going to go to the next section here of my gripes about this game. And these words like knuckleheads, and they're telling us to destroy anything that you think is associated with Phantom and rescue any civilians that you find. Okay, fine. Access the stage via the battlefield map here. Looks like a peanut. Everything looks like peanuts here. And basically, the gripe that I'm getting to here is that the name of the game is Tembo the Badass Elephant. So look at these cartoons for a second. They're these cute little cartoony soldiers. You're an elephant that picks up peanuts and shoots water out of his trunk. And yes, he can charge through. He can charge through the scenery here and destroy things. But they use the word badass, which to me, this 100% looks like a child's game. This is a game that my kids could pick up and play. And the problem is that if you're gonna have children play this game, or if you're gonna design a game for children, why do I need to go on Steam and enter my date of birth in order to look at content on this game? There's not even any blood in the game. Look, they evaporate into these cute little skulls. There's a lady riding on my back right now. There's no dialogue that you know, there's no cursing in the dialogue. There's none of that. It feels like they're pandering to the to the people. I guess they've decided that their demographic are people who are nostalgic for those old NES games, which is fine, but it's a little insulting at the same time. It's like by throwing the word badass in there, it's going to make adults buy it, when it's obviously a child's game. So this actually looks like something you'd find in, like, you know, the children's section on Adult Swim. It's zany, it's goofy, it's got really nice fluid animation, but it's definitely not an adult game. So I think that's a big, it at least detracts for me as far as, you know, what I'm looking at here. It's like, what makes this guy badass? Does he you know, curse every 5 seconds? Is this like the GTA of platformers? You know, show me something that deserves a foul-mouthed title like badass, and then maybe I'll respect it a little bit more. Now, aside from that, that's just kind of nitpicky stuff, you know. Pacing, you know, there's some fun puzzles that use both speed and slowness for. And you know, there's some cool, challenging platforms, even in these intro demo stages that Sega unfortunately gave to us instead of the full thing. There's some pretty challenging, cool stuff to be done. But and I should also mention that the art style is gorgeous. I really like it, and he moves fast, and everybody does what they're supposed to do, and the whole idea that these people are riding on his back is adorable. So yeah, those are definitely positive things. I think I can break through that, and there's mine. That's where my person is. I miss that person every time I come through here. Anyway, so yeah, it's a good game. It's not bad. It's time will tell what whether or not it's worth its $15 that you pay for it. But if you like this kind of game, it's definitely high quality. If you like the cartoony aspect, it's, you know, some people may see that as a breath of fresh air because it's not pixelated. It's not 8-bit or 16-bit like a lot of people have been doing with platformers lately. And you know, the physics are kind of cool, kind of cute little animations going on. Things blow up everywhere around you, but you know, don't go expecting, you know, the foul-mouthed colonel calling you an asshole for not saving all the hostages. You know, things that you might expect from a game with a title such as this one. So I would probably give it a, you know, if it was named something else, it would get a I don't know, we'd give it probably about 4 stars. It gets 3.5 because it's a little misleading. It's not very funny per se. It's not as funny as it could be. And it's a kid's game, you know, or it's packaged as a kid's game. It could have, you know, adults, you know, solvable puzzles and whatnot, fine, but it's packaged as a kid's game. He eats peanut butter to revive himself. Come on, guys. Come on. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's it's a game about an elephant who goes around saving people and charging through bad guys and solving puzzles, platformer puzzles. Yeah, like I said, decent package. Very nicely animated. So far very generous save system. You get many lives, many jars of peanut butter, and new jars of peanut butter are easy to come by. And time will tell what the challenge is like, because like I said, this isn't the full version. I haven't been able to play the full version. I may have to reestablish my idea of what kind of badass the elephant is. However, I keep running right into those things. But you know, for what it is, it's worth a buy. I would definitely say it's worth a buy if you don't mind your children hearing the word badass. because you should be sharing this with your kids. Oh, I can't. Can I even kill him? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's go ahead and get some health there. And yeah, if you're not sharing it with your kids, you know, you're really missing out on what I think is one of the best things. And if you don't have kids and you just like the cool little art style, don't buy it thinking that it's going to be super funny with the crude adult humor, as the title would suggest. That's all I have to say about the game. If you feel differently, leave it in the comments. If you think I'm completely off base here, or you think I just ramble on too much, let me know. Leave a comment. If you like more content like this, subscribe. I've got videos with gameplay. I love playing Broforce and Rocket League and all sorts of fun things like that. But I thank you for watching. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you guys around. Later.